Ladies, let me tell you something. No contact is a start, but it ain't the finish line. Some of y'all think just cutting him off is enough. You think if you stop texting, stop calling, stop showing up, he's going to sit there, stare at his phone, and suddenly have a revelation about how good you were. Nah, that ain't how this works. No contact is just the beginning, not the solution. A lot of people think that if they just cut off communication, block the number, and disappear, that's all it takes to make an impact. But see, no contact is only a tool. It's not the transformation. It's not the thing that's going to change the way he sees you, and it's definitely not going to heal you all by itself. No contact is a step, but if you don't use that time wisely, you're just waiting in silence, hoping for a reaction that might never come. Men don't process absence the way women do. When you go no contact, you might be sitting there, feeling the weight of the silence, wondering if he's thinking about you, waiting for that text that might never come. But a man, he might not even notice at first. He's not wired to feel the loss immediately. That's why some of you get frustrated when weeks go by and he hasn't reached out. That's why you start questioning if no contact is even working. But see, it's not about making him feel something right away. It's about what you do with that silence. If all you do during no contact is sit around, scroll through old pictures, stalk his social media, and replay every conversation in your head, you're not really in no contact. You're just in pause. You're stuck, waiting, not moving forward. That's not power, that's not growth, and that's why some of y'all break no contact so fast, because you didn't actually use that time to change anything. You were just hoping that your absence alone would be enough to shake him. But a man doesn't feel your absence. He feels the shift in your energy. He feels it when you stop waiting. He feels it when you actually start moving on, not when you're just pretending to. No contact is your time to get real with yourself. It's the time to ask yourself why you were accepting less than you deserved in the first place. It's about figuring out what in you allowed you to stay in a situation that made you feel like you had to beg for love, for effort, for respect. It's about recognizing that you don't just want him to feel your absence. You want to feel your own presence again. Because that's what really makes a man notice. When you use no contact the right way, you stop worrying about if it's working on him and start realizing that it's working on you. It's shifting your focus back to yourself, making you stronger, making you better. And the crazy part, that's exactly when he feels it the most. Because when a man senses that you're no longer just trying to make a point, when he sees that you're genuinely growing, genuinely leveling up, that's when the silence starts to get loud for him. That's when he starts to feel the difference. But if you're just using no contact as a waiting game, if you're sitting there hoping he'll reach out first, then you're not in control. He still is. Leveling up in every area, mindset, finances, health, and peace, is how you truly reclaim your power. When a relationship ends, especially one that left you feeling unappreciated, the best response isn't revenge, anger, or even proving a point. The best response is becoming the best version of yourself. Not for him, not to get noticed, but because you owe it to yourself to stop settling for the bare minimum in love and in life. It starts with your mindset. Your thoughts shape your reality. And if you're still thinking like the person who accepted less than they deserved, you're going to keep attracting the same type of situations. You have to reprogram your mind to understand that you are worthy of more, that you don't need validation from someone who couldn't see your value, and that your happiness is not dependent on anyone else. You can't just think about moving on. You have to believe that you're meant for better. That belief has to become so strong that it shifts the way you walk, the way you talk, and the way you show up in the world. Finances matter too. It's not about chasing money to flex on anyone. It's about securing yourself so that you never feel stuck in a situation because of financial dependence. It's about building something for yourself, whether that's getting a better job, starting that business you've been putting off, or simply learning how to manage your money in a way that gives you freedom. Independence is attractive, not just to other people, but to yourself. When you know you can take care of yourself, you stop settling for relationships that only offer you companionship without security. Your health is your foundation. When you feel good physically, it reflects in every area of your life. This isn't about trying to look a certain way to make anyone regret losing you. It's about feeling strong, energized, and confident in your own skin. Exercise, eat well, take care of yourself, not because you want to impress anybody, but because you deserve to feel amazing every single day. Taking care of your body isn't just about appearance. It's about discipline, self-respect, and showing up for yourself in ways no one else can. Then there's peace. Peace is something a lot of people don't realize is priceless until they lose it. If a relationship drained you, made you question your worth, or had you constantly anxious, then peace is the biggest upgrade you can give yourself. Protecting your peace means letting go of toxic conversations, removing yourself from environments that no longer serve you, and learning to love solitude instead of fearing it. It's about surrounding yourself with people who pour into you instead of draining you. When you operate from a place of peace, you become untouchable. No one can manipulate you, no one can shake you, and no one can make you question what you already know. You are more than enough. Glowing differently isn't about proving a point to anybody. It's about becoming the version of yourself that you were always meant to be. When people say she's glowing, they're not just talking about how you look. They're talking about the energy you carry, the confidence in your step, the peace in your spirit. That kind of glow can't be faked, and it definitely can't be ignored. After a breakup, most people either break down or break through. Some stay stuck in sadness, replaying what went wrong, waiting for an apology, waiting for validation that may never come. But the ones who truly move forward, they shift their focus. They take all that love, all that energy they were pouring into someone else, and they start pouring it into themselves. And that's when the glow starts to show. It's not about getting a revenge body, though taking care of yourself physically is a part of it. It's not just about dressing better or switching up your style, though feeling good about how you present yourself can be powerful. The real glow comes from peace, from healing, from knowing that you don't need anyone to complete you. It's in the way you carry yourself when you've learned your worth. It's in the way you smile when you're genuinely happy with the life you're building. It's in the way you move when you're no longer tied to something that was draining you. There's a different kind of energy that comes from a woman who has finally chosen herself. She's not bitter. She's not desperate for closure. She's not looking back. She's too busy moving forward. And here's the thing about men. They can sense that shift. They might not notice when you're sitting in silence waiting on them, hoping they'll come back. But they will notice when you start glowing differently, when you stop reacting, when you stop looking like you're hurting, when they see you laughing, thriving, living your best life, not as a performance, but because you truly feel free. People don't miss you when you're gone. They miss you when they realize they can't affect you anymore. When they see you happy without them, when they see that you've grown into someone they no longer have access to. That's when it hits. That's when the silence gets loud for them. Your glow is your power. It's your proof that you didn't just survive the pain, you transformed because of it. It's a statement without words, a message without needing to be sent. It's undeniable. And when you reach that point, you won't have to wonder if he notices. You won't have to ask if he regrets losing you. Because the truth is, by then, you won't even care. Moving on authentically means truly letting go, not just pretending you have. A lot of people rush into something new just to prove a point, hoping that if they're seen with someone else, the person who hurt them will feel some type of way. But fake moving on is just another way of holding on. If you're still checking to see if he's watching, still waiting for a reaction, still trying to make him jealous, then you're not actually over it. You're just using someone else to fill the void, and that never works. Real moving on isn't about making him feel anything. It's about making yourself feel whole again. It's about sitting with your emotions, not running from them. It's about taking time to heal instead of trying to cover up the pain with distractions. Too many people think they need someone new to prove they're okay, but true strength comes from standing on your own, rebuilding your confidence, and finding happiness within yourself. When you move on for real, you stop needing closure. You stop looking for answers that won't change anything. You stop replaying the past and start focusing on what's ahead. There's a peace that comes when you're no longer attached to what broke you, when you're no longer hoping for an apology or waiting for someone to realize your worth. That's when you know you've truly moved on, when your happiness is no longer connected to what they do or don't do. When you wake up in the morning and they're not the first thing on your mind. When you hear their name and it doesn't trigger anything in you. That kind of freedom is priceless. And the only way to get there is by doing the real work, facing your emotions, growing from the experience, and making sure you never settle for less again. Moving on authentically means focusing on yourself, not revenge. It means stepping into a new season of your life with gratitude for the lessons you learned. It means understanding that just because it didn't work out doesn't mean you lost. It just means you were redirected to something better. You stop seeking validation and start realizing that your worth was never tied to that relationship in the first place.